Namaskar, Pranam. Very good evening. Today we have with us, this is a very, very auspicious moment. Today is Madhu Shravani. And we have with us a national awardee, a great painter, a planner, an architect, uh, Manisha Jha, Dr. Manisha Jha with us, who has done a wonderful, wonderful job today. I mean, we could not be, I mean, as an insider of this culture, we could not be, feeling better today because what she has done has not been accomplished yet. She has brought a book on Madhushravani, where she has detailed all the kathas, the narrative traditions, the oral, the kind of whatever stories are uh, told to us in these 15 days. This is a 15-day festival. So she has brought together interviews, all the paintings which she has based on those kathas, those rituals, and she has, in fact, accumulated all the informations which she could. So this is a wonderful, wonderful moment for us. This is auspicious. This is wonderful. This is so we welcome you, ma'am. I mean,
Thank you so much,
warm welcome
Saraswati.
from our side on Madhubani Literature Festival Forum. And
Thank you.
I would like you, in fact, along with welcoming, I would like you to, say a little bit about, I mean, to initiate the talk with your book. I mean, what have you accomplished today?
Okay. I thank you for inviting me here. And today is really auspicious day because we have this Madhushavni festival.
Yes,
Giving you a little bit background about what is Madhushavni. So
sure.
Madhushavni is one of the monsoon festivals, and while doing my research, like I'm a pure artist, so I'm not a scholar as such. But my when I started this book, it was I didn't start the book. I started painting on this, and it was very interesting. I went reverse. So before I start on Madhushavni, I want to show you this map if you can see it.
Okay.
Here you will know that today, like
Mm-hmm.
Madhushavni is being celebrated in Mithila.
Yes,
But
yes.
at the same time, I realized during my research that during the monsoon festival is celebrated throughout our country from Ladakh, where you have Hemis festival, and
Mm-hmm.
in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, you have Onam is celebrated in monsoon, and it is very interesting that in the same tithi, like in the same time frame of the Hindu calendar, we celebrate Madhusravani in Bihar. So it is one of the monsoon festivals which is celebrated in Bihar, and in this festival, the whoever has got married in that year of
Yeah.
uh, of that
First year
year,
of.
the
Mhm.
first monsoon
Mhm.
is celebrated, and the bride she comes to her parents' place, and she keeps these 15 days fast. And the
Mhm.
first day of this ritual is called Mona Panchami.
Mona
So
Panchami.
yeah, Mona Panchami. So I will
Mhm.
just show you. This is the book.
The book.
This is not exactly the main book, but this is just a copy because I have a habit of I'm not a writer, so I always whenever I'm writing, it's through my paintings. So first I put the paintings and then I write.
Mhm.
So this particular book, it came up. I have been working on this since last 14 years.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
I
Mhm.
didn't realize
Quite
that
a
because
journey. Mhm.
it just happened that I was in 2004. I was invited by IGNCA to
Mhm.
by Dr. Madhu Khanna,
Mhm.
and she wanted to do something with the Mithila painting because her department, Nariwat department, wanted to do something on women related to women, and Mithila painting is directly related to women. So she asked me what can we do, and I suggested her just randomly Madhushravani because we had met in July, and that
Mhm.
was the time of Madhushravani,
Mhm.
and that just clicked, and she was very excited, and we. And she said, "Okay, you please go ahead with it." But the
Mhm.
first challenge, I just proposed it to her. But being a practitioner from that tradition, even I had never taken it so seriously, because these
Mhm.
stories and are never taken so seriously. We
Mhm.
This is one of our main rituals of Maithil community. Like, it's one of
Mhm.
the main festivals after the wedding. So,
Mhm.
we dress up, we do all things, but then
Mhm.
we have never actually thought and taken the stories, the
Mhm.
narratives of
Mhm.
this festival seriously.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that was the
Mhm.
biggest challenge. That first time in this workshop, we illustrated. So Madhushravani is a festival where the bride she prepares for the festival, and from
Mhm.
the Mona Panchami, there are 14 stories which are narrated to the bride.
Right. Mhm.
And Now, what are these stories? I found
Mhm.
it very fascinating because if you see this, these, I, being a Mithila painter, my background, because I've been painting since last almost 40 years now. So I just realized that, Mithila painting, all the books which have been contribution by different anthropologists and authors and collectors, it only looks at Mithila painting as a painting style,
As an
where
art.
yeah, as an art
Mhm.
form. And
Mhm.
maximum has been documented is about an artist's life or about the
Mhm.
art form or the social context of it,
Mhm.
but the ritual context has never been documented before.
Mhm.
And I've also been documenting about Mithila painting. I've presented many papers. So
Mhm.
I just realized that that Mithila painting is a holistic tradition. It is
Mhm.
Kala, Katha, and Pratha, where
Mhm.
man, nature, and culture are integrated together. So
You
we
said
have
Kala, Katha, and Vrata.
Yoga, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So these three things are the main aspect of this ritual, and
Mhm.
it is really interesting. How this book unfolds. So
Mhm.
you can ask me other question, whatever you
No,
want.
see, this is something really interesting because we all, I mean, as an insider, you and me, both are insider of this culture. So we have experienced it, and then we have exposure of academic world as well. But what is significantly missing, which one of the great sociologists, I again remember Professor Hitkar Jha, once he had told me that the katha, the element of katha or the essence of the katha and what has been conveyed to these newlywed women from the community is actually never discussed by academicians as a serious social cultural ritual concern, because you talked about that you have spoken about, you have actually concentrated about the ritual part mostly,
Yes.
right? So why the ritual is not, I mean, there is a certain dogma which we attach with rituals, and hence the ritual part is never being taken seriously.
Yes.
Whereas, I mean, I think a great treasure of this Katha tradition, the narrative, the message which we are throwing to these newlywed women or women at large of our community, I think, are hidden in these Katha. So,
Yes.
how do you segregate? Actually, that's my question to you. First question to you: that how do you segregate the ritual from the social, or how do you integrate, in fact, the ritual with the culture?
I would say that how do we integrate? Because if you see the book, I'm just showing you a few sketches. Along this
Sure.
painting, this book has around more than 100 paintings and sketches. Wherever
Mhm.
we have a lacking in drawing, we I
Mhm.
had put in the sketches.
Mhm.
So you know.
This is very interesting. Can you show it us again, the slide, yeah, where women are sitting?
Yeah,
Because
this is
actually this is all women folk festival. What is important to us, that this
yeah.
is all, I mean, even the woman who is narrating the katha is not a professional purohit or somebody who is from the community. What is
She's
important
the
in
Katha.
this
She's very important person. She's the Katha Vatika, and it is
katha kahini?
Lilitha, because she it had in every village. There were only 3, 4 women who knew everything.
How to?
They
Hmm.
remembered everything. They didn't need a book or a pustika to
Hmm. Hmm.
narrate these stories, these
Hmm.
oral.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
just knew it, and sometimes they used to enact it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I also want to put in that all these stories in Madhushravani are
Hmm.
stories related to Lord Shiva. because it is monsoon, it is Lord Shiva, and it is snake Manasa. Manasa is Manas Putri of Lord Shiva. So it is very important that you understand that as per the place, if you see Mansa Puja is done in Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, all the Himalayan regions, Assam.
Eastern,
So
Eastern belt.
Eastern belt, obviously because there are during the monsoon, this whole belt has a lot of snakes, and what does snake mean? Snake is the symbol of fertility. Snake is symbol of abundance. Snake is symbol of time. Snake is symbol of regeneration. Now,
Yeah,
all
true.
this and this our ancestors and all these women who painted the snake. Manasa is always Bisari Mata. We call her Bisahara, Bisahari. है ना? तो Bisahari is we believe that Bisahara पूजा करे के बाद you get lot of abundance. You get fertility. Your family grows. Your wealth grows.
I think, Manisha, it is actually inadvertently related to the forest abundance. Here, the resource or the main, I think, is resource is forest.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
And
it is indirectly, as we see that even the ritual of full collecting flour, collecting flour every day in the evening by women, and there is so much of revelry around it.
And this particular festival, the flowers, the fruits, the prasad which are used is not the regular kind of kheer gurjar. Then we have a jackfruit tree which is used. Then all kind of herbal tree, prasads and leaves are used like neem. So it is all related to nature. And one very important fact of Mithilanchal is that Mithilanchal, where in whole of Mithilanchal you will see that nature is God.
Yeah,
We get
true.
married. We get married to the mango tree during our wedding. That's a very old tradition in our community. All of Mithila, where before getting married to the groom, the girl gets married to the mango tree, and during Upnayan ceremony, the boys get married to the mango tree. So
This is Amau Piva.
Amak Biyah. So Amak Biyah ke the ritual is so important. Then again, we worship sun in Chhat Puja. So sun is the Pratyaksh. Is the Pratyaksh is the most present visible God who's visible every day. We worship moon. Yeah, in this I forgot the Moon Puja. So which is very big. Chaurchan Puja, which we do, that's very big puja and one of the main festivals. Then we do as per the seasons. We worship seasons. We worship Durga Puja in Mithila. The statue. The statue is not so important, but Kalash Sthapan is done. That is more important. And the jaw which comes out, that is symbolizes wealth, it symbolizes growth and fertility, everything. So Mithila,
prosperity.
Yeah. So that whole sense of looking at nature and being and worshipping nature, that nature is Bhagavati. Nature is the goddess and she is the Shakti. So that and Mithila is the cult. It has the Shakti Puja all over. We worship Kali, we worship Durga. So it is very important. And here we worship Manasa. We worship Mansa Devi, and during when I come to the stories, the first story of if you see, I will just show you the first story. I will just show you some rituals which I have documented. These are the actual rituals, and we have also made a video. Where you
documentary, which I remember you had played in IGNC also.
Yes. So you can see how the Aripan becomes important, and the Aripan has a different meaning. If you can see that the Aripan, you can see how the bride comes, and how it's all women rituals which are followed. Now here comes the first story of the Mauna Panchami ke Katha. So you can see. It's very interesting story that
so these paintings are basically the paintings which are on the right side are basically outcome or a product of those kathas, those narratives which are there?
Yes,
I mean, is
yes.
it the paintings are based on the kathas?
And it's were, yeah, and it was very difficult. Now we can
Mhm.
see it very easily, but then
Mhm.
even I had never thought of that these stories can be illustrated. So,
Mhm.
and these stories are very complex, that there is no
Mhm.
pattern of the story. Suddenly one story, through one story some other story comes up,
Mhm.
so so it was very very difficult to give them shape and
Total.
illustrate
Mhm.
them. So it's
Mhm.
right now what everybody will see in this book is it looks very straight, but it has been very difficult. So
It is a first katha, right?
it is the
Bini
first
katha.
katha, the Mauna
Bi-
Panchami ki katha. There,
Mana Panchami ki katha. Mhm.
there, these, if you see these Purainak Path,
Mhm.
these five snake sisters, they
Mhm.
can talk in human language, and they tell
Okay.
the Budi is having bath, and they tell
Mhm.
her that today is Mona Panchami, and tell everybody to make kheer gurjor, and
Okay.
to and make with sindoor, make snakes outside their house entrance, and
Mhm.
whoever does it will flourish, and whoever doesn't do it, they will
Mhm.
have
Suffer.
consequences to bear.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there were people who followed, and there were people who didn't follow. So here you
Mhm.
can see that people died. you know
Interesting. Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
after some time, when she comes, she is very worried, and she comes and asks them, what have you done? So many people have died. So
Mhm.
they say, you just put that kheer in their mouth, and they will come alive.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's how the stories go, that everybody becomes alive, and since that day everybody starts worshipping the
Mhm.
five sisters, the snake sisters. So it's very important for everybody.
Manisha, Manisha, sorry,
Hmm.
just one question here, because I think in all the narrative tradition, in all the Katha tradition, there is a common phenomenon which we find.
Yeah.
Either you follow or you perish. I mean, there is a pattern in all the Katha tradition which we have observed. I mean, rituals. I mean, you follow this kind of set of instructions, or you are bound to suffer. There is a common, I think, common,
No,
I would say,
not really, not in these stories. This is the first story.
Mhm.
But when you go to
Mhm.
Prithvi Chand,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
like this is Prithvi Chand. So if you go to Prithvi Chand, you will see that goddess Prithvi. It is
Mhm.
so interesting that to save Earth, Lord
Mhm.
Vishnu, he takes incarnation of Matsya Avatar and Varha Avatar,
Okay.
incarnation
Okay.
of a fish form and a
Mhm.
bird form.
Mhm.
And the moment they balance her, so
Mhm.
basically it also teaches that you have to have balance in your life, and the moment you have balance in your life, everything
Mhm.
starts taking place. So you can see on the top that Srishti starts taking form, and
Okay.
creation happens. So
Mhm.
it's not
Mhm.
that these stories are scary stories, and they say that okay, if you don't do this, it is an end.
Mhm.
It's not. It's These are
Mhm.
very very interesting stories of creation, I would say.
Mhm.
That
Okay.
every story has some message
Mhm.
of how we can deal with life. You know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
if you
So
see this,
would you say, Manisha, that these ritual forms converted into, now converted by you in art form,
yeah,
does dictate the social norms, or does dictate the narrative, I mean, social norms of the society, of that particular society? I
yes,
mean, is the ritual helping, or is the ritual, kind of by its sheer domination? We know that we are a ritual ridden society.
mm,
And yesterday, I mean, I had a talk with somebody, those the one who had a very very different paradigm of ritual. I think it's very similar with what you are saying now. That rituals are teaching us, I mean, giving us indirect or direct messages or teachings which are very very helpful
yes.
in conducting ourselves.
I
Is that
see.
so?
I think, Savita ji, that these rituals are actually for preaching
Mhm.
the young bride that now you've entered a new phase of your life, and
Okay.
these are the code of conducts. It's basically Madhushravani is a very pleasant celebration of
Mhm.
relationship, I feel.
Mhm. True.
And
True.
it has many aspects. It has nature,
Mhm.
it has relationships, it has learnings from life. Like if we say, like I said, relationships, so there you will find the story of Shiv Parivar. Lord
Mm-hmm.
Shiva and his family. And each story in the family, you will also see that Chodni Gauri. Then you have a story of Shiva's sister, and
Mm-hmm.
she is so fierce that she has those cracks in her feet, and in
Feet
that
which can.
crack she hides Gauri.
Uh-huh. True.
Ashavari. We
Savri
relate
Devi.
the Ashavari Jain,
Mm-hmm.
Ashavari Jain sister-in-law. So it also very beautifully explains to the bride and to the groom also that life is like that, and
Mm-hmm.
these are the kind of relationships you have. Like through Samudra Manthan,
Mm-hmm.
what I have understood is that it says that, like Samudra Manthan, the
Mm-hmm.
Manthan of our life will have
Mm-hmm.
both Vish and Amrit coming out
True.
together.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to balance, and you have to know how to take it and how to put it use in your own life. So
Mm-hmm.
this whole it's very beautifully and all the
Mm-hmm.
like Shiva, it has stories of how Shiva takes the poison. So although Shiva was never part of Samudra Manthan, but then ultimately when Gauri was not very fond of Manasa because she was not so Mansa was Mansa was Manas Putri of Shiva. So
True.
Gauri in the end to save Shiva, she calls Manasa only, and all the these poisonous Jeev Jantu are bought to because Shiva had swallowed all the poison. So
Mm-hmm.
they swallow. बंद करो. They swallow all the poison from his body. Only his neck is blue, and that's why from this story he's called Neelkant. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so these stories are very Neelkant
Meaningful.
comes from there
Mm-hmm.
because that so so you can there's so much of learning from these stories as the whole book progresses. You can see how it has been illustrated also because it was very difficult to illustrate these because it was
I'm
said
sure. I'm
that
sure.
that
Mm-hmm.
Samudra Manthan was so fierce that there was fume coming out and there was heavy rain. So you can see how we have made
Mm-hmm.
all this, and
Beautiful. Beautiful.
how Tree of Life comes and how
Mm-hmm.
Lakshmi comes, Ashwamedh, that
Mm-hmm.
Ghoda and Airavat Hathi, everybody's out,
Mm-hmm.
And after that, in this book, I've explained all these stories in detail.
Mm-hmm.
So
These
now
are
after
these are based on everyday story. Those 15-page story of
yes,
Madhushravani.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So it's very interesting, we have never noticed that these stories
Uh-huh.
are so interesting.
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean,
I would like to bring to your notice another thing. I believe that Asabri Devi, which figures in these stories as sister-in-law of Gauri, sister-in-law of Gauri, she is Asabri Devi. She is Gauri's
yeah,
Nanad,
yeah.
right?
She's
And it,
Shiva's sister.
Shiva's sister. The same Asabri Devi, actually, she is goddess. I mean, she is worshipped by some other castes from the same region. Uh, I mean,
Okay.
these the depiction of Asabri Devi. I mean, because Madhushravani, I mean, it's only limited to certain castes, right? Not all castes celebrate Madhushravani. Am I right?
It's a Brahman and caste, they do Madhushavani,
Brahman and
and
Karn caste,
rest
right?
I've not heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yes. So, in that sense, a Savri Devi can serve as a bridge between the castes who worship a Savri Devi as their goddess. And then a Savri Devi
Yeah.
also figures in, these, I would say, upper castes ritual celebrations. So, hence, the
Yes, yes.
Savri Devi, this figure is very, very important. And these narratives and kathas are very important because we need actually to see the common grounds which emerges out of these anthropological learnings.
Yeah,
Yes, Manisha. Please
yeah.
tell us more about your stories and show us
Yeah.
more
In
slides. These
fact,
are beautiful.
Lord Shiva is the biggest connection because
Mhm.
Lord Shiva is worshipped in all the castes, I feel.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
true.
So he's
Mhm.
so now as it goes, then the story of Chandrama comes. How Chandrama had 27
Mhm.
wives and how Sati And it's very interesting that Shiva in all got married to Gauri and all her 5 sisters in different times. So that is also very interesting. And how, and every time in these stories, you will see that even when it comes to Beulah and Vanessa and like Chandu's story, then, his Beulah saves his whole family. So the presence of Shakti and women power is very much enhanced in all these stories. Like this story is story of Pativrata, and it
Okay.
is Pativrata and her sister, and it is said that Pativrata was very pious, and she once her sister is not married, and she does not believe in that. But once Pativrata tells her that married women have more value, and so her sister thinks, "Ki, okay, I will get married to the first person she sees." And
Okay.
she gets married to this person who is very ill and very old and lame person. So you can see this sketch I did to explain the story. Now you can see how interesting this story gets. That she is carrying her husband on a in a tokri on her head,
Head.
and
Okay.
under the tree, she there is a rishi who's doing tapasya, inverted. He's inverted from the tree, and she just hits him, and he curses her husband and says that he will die. But then she does Surya Puja, and then Surya Bhagwan, her husband comes alive. Now these stories are, I
Yeah.
find it as an artist, I
Great
find it
value.
interesting. Very, very interesting stories, because
Mhm.
it's very unusual and never heard of stories, and they
Mhm.
teach you so much about patience, so much about
Mhm.
perseverance, so much
Mhm.
about belief in yourself and the
Nature
power of
worship.
women.
Mhm.
In fact,
Mhm.
every story which I see in these 14 stories, they
Mhm.
all talk about women power and women empowerment, which
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
very unique about this. And I feel that, again, seeing about talking about Mithila painting, that it is
Mhm.
art form which has been evolved by women, practiced by
Mhm.
women, preserved
Mhm.
by women. And
Mhm.
here are the backups through which women has got that power, that she can do
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
It's very
Mhm.
important to understand the ritual part of it.
Yes.
Now, this is the story of
Anita,
Sati,
yeah.
and
Yeah, please continue. Huh. Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see this is story of Sati. How Sati, her Shiva goes very wild, and then how Gauri does tapasya, and finally Shiva is pacified, and
Mhm.
then we come to these stories. It's very
Mhm.
interesting that these stories at some point become very violent. Some points it becomes very, very intense, and at the
Mhm.
same time it has the power of this Ardhanarishwar I have put here, because when Chandrama,
Mhm.
he do when she Sati when Prakriti is formed,
Mhm.
Chandrama is married to one of the dot I forgot her name, Rohini.
Mhm.
He has 27 wives,
Mhm.
and out of those 27 wives, he's closest
Mhm.
to Rohini. है ना?
Mhm.
So in that case, Daksh Prajapati, he gets very, very mad at him, because other wives are not happy with him. So he
Mhm.
comes to kill Chandrama. I mean, after his life. So Chandrama,
Mhm.
that's how Chandrama comes
Mhm.
and hides in Shiva's jata.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
when he hides from in Shiva's jata, he had become very weak. So
Mhm.
at that particular point, he says you have to send him back, but he doesn't.
Mhm.
That's why he was cursed. Shiva was cursed that you will have to face, like you will lose your wife, like that. That's
Okay.
how Sati happened, and then
Mhm.
so these are very, very interesting stories for
Yes.
me as an artist. I found it very interesting. And
Mhm.
like you can see now the story of Ganga. As I said,
Mhm.
ki all the sisters got married to Shiva
Mhm.
only in different forms. So
Mhm.
you can see how Ganga, she comes down on earth by, Bhagirath does lots of puja, and so Ganga comes down, and then Ganga is very chanchala. She is
Mhm.
very fierce. She's
Mhm.
fearless,
Mhm.
and she's full of life,
Uncontrollable. Mhm. Mhm.
energy. She's
Mhm.
uncontrollable. So the moment she
Mhm.
comes on earth, and
Mhm.
when she is following Bhagirath, she just goes wherever she wants to. And in that case, here you can see that she enters Jahan Rishi's ashram, and she just floods his ashram, and he gets angry and he drinks her together.
Okay.
And so then Bhagirath again does puja, and then he says, okay, I will release her through my ear. And that's how he releases her through her, and since then Gangaji is known as Jahanavi. You know, Jahanavi. So it's very, very, very interesting, and how water forms, and how Prakriti is so important, how water is important, how air is important, the Panchatattva, and we are all part of that Panchatattva. That's very well explained in these stories. This is one of the Kobar.
Wonderful.
Can see, and this is
can you show us little, kind of, just lift it a little bit. I mean, the visual is not very, it's better. Yeah. Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
You can see Ganga and you can see Kobar, and all these activities, they take place in Kobar. And it's very important to notice that Kobar Mithila painting started as in Kobar, were done first time in the Kobar, and it started as a Kobar painting on the wall. It was a wall art. So it's very interesting that how Kobar, the concept of Kobar becomes important in this whole ceremony. So that is also very important link to the further art forms which are practiced. And then you can see this is a very old painting of mine, which is almost 35-year-old. Where Kam Devta, he strikes that arrow, and that's how Shiva opens his eyes and sees Gauri. Although he was cursed after that. So you can see these very important. This is Shiv Parvati Vivah.
This is the which day story? This is Madhushravani.
This is fourth day story.
This is fourth day
story. Yeah. That will get you to.
This is a very painstaking work you have done. I must compliment. This is really painstaking. I mean, you have taken a lot of pains. But this is wonderful.
Actually, I did thrice because once I was preparing for the workshop in IGNCA. At that time, I first read these stories. First time, I didn't understand them much, although I had my own Madhushravani. And at that time, I think I never paid that much of attention what was happening.
No, we all, I think we all just, we are engaged in so much of revelry, sajna, dhajna, and all that stuff, which is very enjoyable as a process, very beautiful process.
And there's one more thing, Savitaji, because all the people who are part of this system, all the ladies and everybody who follows this, we all have more focus on the ritual. And nobody has bothered ever to look into the story and what does that mean. Because when I started this workshop, I was working with more than 200 women artists, and when I told them that this is we will be doing Madhushravani, so they told me, "Bawa, ita hum sab nahi kar sakte." They said we can't do this. So ultimately, I had to sketch maximum panels, and I explained that this is the character, and then they started coloring and putting in their whole this thing. So that part is very important.
So do you see, Manisha, to actually bring a question here? Do you see that anthropologists have observed that there is a problem in we are analyzing the culture, and there are some practitioners of culture. So there is certainly a gap between the practitioners, because practitioners are not going to analyze. They are practitioners. They practice the culture, right? It's not necessary that they analyze. But do you see this gap is something which is problematic, because they do never realize.
Yes.
They do never realize that.
You are absolutely right, because I feel every practitioners sometimes don't feel the importance of it, and we are making it happen. We know we do it every day, so we are anyways making it. So sometimes we don't even think why we are making it. What does it mean? What is the significance of that Arpan? And we just do it. And if Madhushravani is there, we know that there'll be bhar coming, gifts coming from the boys, the groom's house, and you just dress up and that's it. But and you follow ritual very, very diligently. We do everything, but at some point, we we have not got into the detail, and we don't try to understand that why it is so important, that it has survived since centuries. These
Mm.
stories have
Mm.
been coming down, narrated orally since centuries, from one generation to the other, which is
Mhm.
so
I'll stop you here, Manisha. I'll stop you here. I mean,
fascinating.
this is what my also. I mean, my academic engagement with my culture is there. I mean, so
Yeah.
if without realizing, if without understanding the culture, the nuance, the academic nuances of it, they are practicing. It's fine. I mean, why do we always see a problem that these practitioners are not aware? Maybe
No,
kind of, if they are not aware, how is it that traveling for
no,
centuries?
the problem comes with this generation, that they say, "Ki, why should I do Madhushamni? What is the importance
Okay,
of it?"
okay,
So
okay,
I
okay.
my this book is for that generation,
Hmm.
actually, for
Wonderful, wonderful.
because
Hmm. Hmm.
our generation,
Hmm.
we call it Shraddha, that
Rational sense. We are more
we
rational now. Hmm.
we are more rational. We have belief. We have that connection between
Hmm.
the supreme God, and
Hmm.
that all is there, and it is
Hmm.
coming down centuries. But
Hmm.
there is a new generation who is more educated, and
Hmm.
they want to know the reason why you
Okay.
are following it.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I did this for that generation only,
Hmm.
because if somebody finds it boring to sit throughout,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
ceremony and hear that story, if you go
Hmm.
through these pictures and then you see the story, you
Yeah,
will
then
be
you see the
part of,
relevance. Huh? Hmm.
you become part of that story, actually.
Hmm.
Which
Hmm.
is very
Hmm.
important. It is very important for the next generation, that
Hmm.
we, whatever we know, I felt that as an artist, and also as whatever little bit I know, I'm not an anthropologist, I'm not a
Hmm.
scholar, I'm nothing. So
No, no,
I just
you are a beautiful artist. Beautiful artist. Huh.
no, so I just thought that, whatever I know, I have to
Hmm.
just pass it to the next generation. I
Hmm.
know this book might not be, it might be just 70% done. There might be so many, there is lot many aspects to this book,
Hmm.
which I'm sure
Hmm.
somebody else
Else will
take.
take
And
it further. Yeah.
but
Hmm. Hmm.
still, if nobody creates a reference, then
Hmm.
what happens to our culture? Because our
Hmm.
culture
Hmm.
is so deep and imbibed into, it is from the time of Ramayana, and in the Vedas, in the Puranas. So what
Hmm.
happens to it if we don't document it? As it
Hmm.
is in our country, we are very, very weak in documentation.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
feel that, because it is so much of abundance, we have so many stories in all the, not only in Bihar, all over our country, that, we
Hmm.
say, yeah, it is there, it's there.
Hmm.
But when
Hmm.
slowly, silently,
Hmm.
it is vanishing, we don't even realize it.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's why I illustrated these stories, and
This
I
is
also
tremendous.
wrote.
I must say here that this is a tremendous effort which you have put, because as as academics actually find, they would like, there are some anthropologists, those who would like to work on these the nuances of this culture, and they never get the lead. So I
Yeah.
think by this tremendous effort you are clearly giving for the very first time, bringing the narrative, the pictures, this is, you have done a great, I mean, wonderful, I mean, tremendous job, I would say.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes.
and also whatever writing, little bit, wherever
Mhm.
I've seen,
Mhm.
people have, even the artists who have drawn about Madhushamni, they draw that final ritual where, the bride is
Mhm. Mhm.
doing
Mhm.
puja.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
somehow
This
none
every
of the
day.
artists,
Mhm.
yeah, none of
Mhm.
the artists have actually gone in detail with the
Mhm.
stories.
Mhm.
Because I know why they have not gone, because there is too much of time which is required to
Mhm.
do this, too
And
much of
understanding.
effort,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Mhm.
physical effort also is required. Like,
Mhm.
all these
Mhm.
panels are almost 22 feet by 8 feet. Now,
This
doing
is
this
tapasya.
kind of,
I would say this is tapasya.
yeah,
एक बेर
this is
अहाँ एक बेर अहाँ मधु श्रावणी में अपन तपस्या केलहुँ 15 दिन के, आ एक बेर फिर बना के तपस्या केलहुँ हैं,
ही तपस्या 15 साल के भ गेलै।
15 साल के भऽ गेल।
15 साल
ग्रेट। अहाँ मधु श्रावणी के मैस्कॉट छी, रियल मैस्कॉट।
Thank you. No,
जी।
so now, the till the seventh katha, you will see
हम्म।
that,
हम्म।
there are stories of Shiva and Parvati only, and from
जी।
the eighth, the Gauri Viva again comes. You see that
हम्म।
how these stories are very
हम्म।
erratic. They have
हम्म।
no format. There
हम्म।
is no
हम्म।
sequence, and it
हम्म।
just keeps happening.
हम्म।
So
हम्म।
now this is
हम्म।
the birth of Kartikeya, like,
हाँ,
and when
कनिक्टा, हाँ, कनिक्टा थोड़ा बेसी क्लोजर रहने देबै, मनीषा, हाँ, हाँ। Thank you so much, Jay.
Okay, you can.
It's wonderful. Huh? Now it's better. Thanks. Huh? Huh.
So
This is
now,
better.
and there is in these stories, it's one of the things which is very important to notice is that both Shiva and Parvati, they create separately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Mm-hmm.
in Kartikeya is born through the sperm of Lord Shiva, which
Mm-hmm.
falls on ground, and the Kritikas they bring him up. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why he's called in the forest. So that's why he's
Mm-hmm.
called Kartikeya.
Mm-hmm.
Stories
Mm-hmm.
are very important. So basically, it is that that's why I had done the Ardhanarishwar first, because
Mm-hmm.
this both the Shiva and Shakti together, the
Mm-hmm.
male power and the female power together,
Mm-hmm.
they become
Mm-hmm.
one huge form. They become the universe. So for the
Mm-hmm.
newlywed couple, it is that togetherness, that
Mm-hmm.
together you can do so much and achieve so
True.
much in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you
Mm-hmm.
learn from these stories, actually.
Mm-hmm.
These are very in-depth.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
These stories, I feel they are so much in-depth and so much deep into culture, so much deep into nature, that
Mm-hmm.
through nature they
Mm-hmm.
explain you what is your dharma, what is your
Mm-hmm.
conduct of future life. That is
Mm-hmm.
that is Madhushravani, the code of
Mm-hmm.
conduct. Because there everywhere there is a certain dharma which is there. There is a
Mm-hmm.
code of conduct for students in Dharma Shastra. If you see
True.
that Dharma Shastra very specifically has written the different code of conducts for each
Mm-hmm. Age
person,
category and
each
gender. Yeah.
category. Like students
Mm-hmm.
are supposed to study,
Mm-hmm.
then housewives are supposed to mothers are supposed to take care of their house and children.
Mm-hmm.
Fathers are supposed to take care of the family. They have to
Mm-hmm.
earn. Then
Mm-hmm.
king like Raja Janak was the biggest person who in Dharma is mentioned by Sri Krishna in Mahabharata. Only
Mm-hmm.
Raja Janak is mentioned in Mahabharata, in
Mm-hmm.
Bhagavad Gita. So
Mm-hmm.
Raja Janak was he was the epitome of dharma, like
Mm-hmm.
how a king should function. So there are code of conducts written about the king's duties and obligations. So
Mm-hmm.
this all these stories in
Mm-hmm.
different through different characters like Ashavari, or through different characters like Gauri, Ganga,
Mm-hmm.
like Shiva, like
Vishara. Mm-hmm.
so they explain to you what is your code of conduct and what is your dharma to do things. Like in
Mm-hmm.
these stories, these are different dant kathas. Like this is story of Shiva's daughter, like Lily, and so this is so
Mm-hmm.
beautiful that
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
marriage of Lord Shiva with the youngest sister Sandhya
Mm-hmm.
of Lord Shiva, and then how Bersi gets married to his daughter, and he
Mm-hmm.
wanted a very big, very influential groom or some. He wanted his daughter to get married to a king, but
Mm-hmm.
ultimately she falls in love for Bersi, who was working in the house, and she
Mm-hmm.
gets married to him. So
Mm-hmm.
these are different characters of being human being, and
Mm-hmm.
and then you can see again this is story of Sukanya.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you see story of
Beautiful.
Sukanya, and that is the painting behind me also, that
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see. Yes.
and this unka Chavan Rishi Kisha,
Mm-hmm.
he was meditating, and he had an ant hill over his body, and Sukanya by mistake she pierces his eyes and he becomes blind, and then
Mm-hmm.
the king has to get her married to Chavan Rishi, and she is very diligently looking after him. And after that, how Ashwini Kumar falls for Sukanya, and then Sukanya, how she's saved, and how she's blessed. And again,
Mm-hmm.
Chavan Rishi, and that's how Chavan Prash is named after him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Longevity. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
you can see that these beautiful stories actually teach you about your dharma, that you have hurt somebody, and so that you have to take care of that person. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so as a commoner, when as just a simple common person, when I see these stories, I have learned a lot from them. Now
Do
this
you? Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if you see
No,
this 13th day story,
mm-hmm.
you will see the story of Bal Basant. And
Mm-hmm.
it is this girl in the village. She is her mother-in-law is not very nice to her, and
Mm-hmm.
so what she does is, you can see, this painting. It's a very beautiful painting. So
Beautiful. Indeed
you can
beautiful.
see
Mm-hmm.
that that her mother-in-law is very cruel and cruel with her, and she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't treat her well. So
Mm-hmm.
when she's pregnant, she wants she's her mother-in-law. She cooks kheer and puri, but her
Mm-hmm.
mother-in-law on her tongue she writes with a chalk with black this is so that she cannot eat. So
Mm-hmm.
her husband says ki that you keep it under the tree and you
Mm-hmm.
go home and come back and eat. But by the time you can see this, snake. There was a mother
Mm-hmm.
pregnant snake. She
Mm-hmm.
eats that kheer and this daughter-in-law she worships. She blesses her that whoever has eaten the kheer,
Mm-hmm.
oh jodayat. मतलब
Mm-hmm.
कि they grow and she in her whatever way they want to, and in that sense, in that whole story, then the mother, the snake goddess, she gives birth to two sons, two little
Mm-hmm.
snakes. They are called
Mm-hmm.
Bal, and here you
Balbasa.
can see Bal Basant. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see this, that
Mm-hmm.
Bal Basant are being,
Mm-hmm.
they are playing, and suddenly there are boys who come and they try to kill her. So the daughter-in-law saves them. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this particular story basically deals with the relationship of your nahir, means your
Mm-hmm.
mother's house. So
Mm-hmm.
this daughter-in-law didn't have she had nobody in her family, and
Okay.
so these two boys they go and tell their mother that there is a sister who has saved us. So she
Mm-hmm.
says, go and ask her what does she want, and she says, कि
Mm-hmm.
हमरा नैयर चाहिए. The
Mm-hmm.
the mother snake
Mm-hmm.
she takes form of they all take human form. Only
Mm-hmm.
Baski Nag, the
Mm-hmm.
father of Nag, he doesn't take. He is very stern and he say, "I will not change for any human being." So
Mm-hmm.
the mother she tells him that okay, you go in the corner and you be there and you don't move till she's here. And then
Mm-hmm.
she's you can see that she's welcomed in the house and she has and every day she has you can see how Bal Basant
Mm-hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
carrying her baksa
Mm-hmm.
on their head, and she comes and
Mm-hmm.
every day she lights lamp and on the hood of Baskinag, which
Baskina. Mm-hmm.
Baskinag doesn't like, and one day he tells them that I'm going to bite her. So then Mother Snake she tells let's send her back, and she teaches her that you say Deepta Para Chagu Hara, which we recite, that
Mm-hmm.
Nag Badat, Nagin
Nag
Badat,
Bharat.
Pancho Bain
Pacho
Bisara
Bahin
Badat.
Bisara Parot.
So in that way,
Mm-hmm.
so Astik Muni, Astik Muni, Astik Muni. So
Astikuni. Mm-hmm.
in the snake goes to bite her to her place.
Mm-hmm.
But every
Mm-hmm.
time her mother had told her to don't forget even a single day to put
Mm-hmm.
milk and paddy like
Mm-hmm.
lava or doodh
Mm-hmm.
and you sing this every day. So every
Mm-hmm.
time she sings, he heard that she's singing for our praise, for my growth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
finally, he blesses her and he comes back. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the beauty of these stories. And
Mm-hmm.
we worship snakes because snakes are also wherever there are snakes, we say that it is a harvest, season
Of
of
course,
harvest.
it is a part of our
It's part of the
tradition and
ecosystem.
healthy ecology. Yes,
Yes,
they are
yes.
very much. I
So,
mean, very much. If
yeah, they are
snakes are
very much part of our
insects are not. Yeah.
ecosystem. Yes,
So in
and
a
in
way, it's honoring the
yes,
ecology in its greater form, in its fuller
yeah,
form, where
correct.
every insect, yes, and every I
Yeah,
mean,
and I feel that if like I've made many stories on this, many paintings on this, that even a disturbance to a small butterfly disturbs the whole cosmos, and it
yes,
is very true.
absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
very true because every living organism
Mhm.
is an atma.
Has a
Like my
role.
father says
Mhm.
that they all are same. We are all same. It is
Mhm.
it's just the form which is different, but the atma is same. So we are all
Mhm.
living beings, So
I'm
and
sure you have heard that at the end of cooking, we all keep, kind of the last part of the food is always
on
picked
the
or
on the stove.
kept for birds and cows
Yes,
and, kind
yes,
of, yes.
yes,
So
yes,
that's
yes.
part of our
So,
culture.
so that
Mhm.
is it's part of a culture, but that's living with the nature. That's
Yes,
respecting nature.
absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
being aware of nature
Harmony,
and
harmony.
harmony. And in
Mhm.
the present times, like in
Mhm.
this COVID times, I
Mhm.
find this book very relevant because
Yes, I was coming to that. Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, because we have totally lost touch of nature and being around the
Absolutely,
nature,
absolutely.
and now suddenly nature is teaching us कि okay, you don't listen to me, so you listen to
Mm,
me like this,
mm,
and
mm,
you have to be aware of what's around you.
mm.
So these stories now, there's very interesting story of Raja Suketu also here, which is
Okay.
a very very and then there's story of Barsi and Chennai, and a
Mm-hmm.
story of Lily, and
Mm-hmm.
Suketu story is very very unique, very, and that story
Mm-hmm.
from starting from Mona Panchami, if you come to Suketu's story,
Mm-hmm.
it says that even the kings
Mm-hmm.
and and the queens also have problem, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to solve your problem.
Yeah, true.
Suffering will never leave you, but
Mm-hmm.
suffering is part of our living,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very beautifully explained in that story that the queen,
Mm-hmm.
although
Mm-hmm.
she is a Rajkumari, but
Mm-hmm.
she has to stay underground because her fate was
Mm.
very, her husband.
Nobody's above suffering. I mean, in
Yeah,
short, yes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and life is a balance between
Mm-hmm.
suffering and
And
happiness,
pleasure.
being close
Mm.
to nature. That's
True,
what this
true.
whole
Mm.
all stories, they just tell
Mm.
you that.
Mm.
And
Mm.
the best story I feel is this story of if you see
Mm.
this painting of
Mm.
Ganesh ji distributing suhag. We
Mm.
say that on the today on Madhushamni day, Ganesh ji he gives suhag, he distributes
Mm.
suhag, and this is believed all over our country. It's
Mm.
not like Haryali
Mm.
tea and
Mm. Mm.
everything
Mm.
we just do for suhag.
Mm.
So the concept of suhag, what is the concept of suhag?
Yes, tell us
Now,
more about this. That
uh,
Suhag, the way he is studying that Suhag, that is called
yeah,
Suhag
he
Matna. That
the
is for
suhag,
particularly for every
yeah.
caste.
For every caste, he must
Mm.
whatever he creates that
Mm.
suhag.
Mm.
It is believed that to the Brahmins, he said that your suhag is that you spend your time in scholarly activities. That is the
Mm.
suhag of Brahmin. Caste
Okay.
is that you spend your time with the all these calculations, writings, and all that.
Mm.
That is your suhag. For the
Mm.
Malahin, he said that your body will stink like a fish. That is
Mm.
our swag. Then the
Mm.
Dalit, they say that you will be cleaning everything, the Dalit
Mm.
women, but that is your swag. So basically swag is very practical of what we do, our occupation,
Mm.
or what
Occupation. Mm.
what we are practicing, how we are surviving. So
Mm.
that is so it's very important that how we work. Our work
Mm.
is our God, and you
Mm.
have to work hard,
Mm.
and you have to work hard, and you have to
Mm.
I mean, and these are in very simple languages because it's now because there are many texts like Vedas, Gita,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
everywhere they all these things are written, but in rural context, how women very beautifully they have passed on all this knowledge in the form of stories
Mm.
to the next generation without any knowledge of scriptures. They never had deep knowledge of Upanishads or
Mm.
Gita, nothing. But they had that wisdom of connecting with nature that you can see in a Kobar painting also, that
True,
the
true.
earthly part or the Gauri Pujan, Doli Khar is shown at the center. The
Mm.
main connection in the center is the nature, the Puraim,
Mm.
and on the
Mm.
top is the Surya Chandrama Navgraha. So you can
Mm.
see that the worldly connection, the gods, the nature, and human being, it is all connected like that. And this
Mm.
was done by women whom we say that they have
Mm.
not gone to school, but
Mm.
that wisdom which has been coming down since generations,
Mm.
that is part of this whole learning which is coming down generations and so
Mm.
beautifully enacted in a ritual every
Mm.
year in thousands and lakhs of families.
Mm.
you know so
Mm.
that is
And, and
beautiful.
and for and for centuries and generations,
Yes,
they
yes,
have the knowledge of all the celestial bodies,
yes,
right? Through these
yes,
paintings. This is why they are drawing. This is
right,
how they are drawing. Then they were
right.
actually, I mean, the question here is that do you see this art as a form of emancipation for women? एकरा की यहाँ मुक्ति के मार्ग देखे छिए माने एकटा प्रश्न हमरा से
Huh.
जरूर पूछल चाहब since there are people
See,
complaining. I'll come to that because there are too many comments on this live which I'll come to
okay,
later before after we finish this, that एकरा की हम मुक्ति के मार्ग देखे छिए कि स्त्री ला.
See, there is nothing called mukti. There is these stories teach you that there is no mukti. It is you. If you have come on earth, you have to live on this earth, and there is a certain code of conduct which you have to follow. So women have always retained that strength of following all the rituals and passing on this wisdom, this knowledge to the next generation. So that is mukti. You work, you come to earth, you work hard, you follow your duties. You cannot run away from duties. चाहे school जाना duty हुआ, college जाना duty हुआ, office जाना duty हुआ. My duty is duty and I have to do that. So that's what these stories very beautifully teach you, and that's what Mithila painting is all about. Because when we say that Mithila painting was done on utilitarian objects like hathi bane che for Gauri Pujan and all these pathiya. So you can see it's a social activity where even a dhobin, like if the story of Bhila very beautifully explains, and dhobin, where dhobin is the most important. She's a magical woman where when she's doing her things and her son is irritating her, so she just kills her son for some time, and then after she's through, she revives her son. Her son comes alive. And when Beulah is traveling with dead body of her husband, she sees this Dhobin doing that, and she goes to her, and Dhobin takes her to the gods. She's accessible to the gods, and the gods they bless Beulah, and her husband comes alive.
Is it the impact of tantra? Is it the impact of tantra?
See, I will not say, because tantra, I'm not so much into tantra, but I will not say about tantra, but it's the power of within. Because snake, I feel, when we do the snake puja, we also say that it's not the outer snake, but the inner snake. We have Kundalini. We have Kundalini, and we say that if the Kundalini is Jagrit, you become very, very powerful. And that's what's done in yoga. I'm doing one painting on that also. Because, so it is outer Kundali and inner Kundali within us. So that power of Dhobin comes from that inner Kundali, which she is so beautiful that she does everything. She manages everything. She is in sync with nature, and she's in sync with gods. So that's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
So that is the story of Beulah. So it's not something that these stories never teach you that you have scared of Mansa, that if you don't worship Mansa is going to kill you. Nothing like that, because Mansa is herself a Shakti. She is power, and she passes that power to you. So these stories are like, the more I'm almost done with the book, but the more I'm reading it, the more I feel, oh my God, there is so much to it, which I somehow till now everybody has been missing the detail. Everybody mentions Madhushravani in very beautiful way, that Madhushravani is done on Panchami, starts on Panchami, ends on Tritiya, and these are the rituals which are followed. But somehow they just mention there are 13 stories which are narrated to the bride. But what are those stories, and what does it mean in today's context? That is not narrated, and that has not been specified anywhere. So that's where
book has a profound role.
And this book is a gift to my community, to all of you. Because I feel that whatever hard work I've done will be useful for further research, and also for so many people to copy the paintings, just to look at the beautiful artworks which are part of this book, and also the beautiful stories, and also to learn about nature, being close to nature, worshipping nature. So Mithila is one of the biggest traditions which talks about worshipping nature. In a very big way.
Do you see it in a spiritual realm, more of a spiritual realm than religious? I mean, what's your take on that?
I find it more spiritual, because it is religious. Yes, it's part of a religion, but then it is So it from religion it goes to spiritualism, because it leads you to a next level. Because while writing this book, I have gone to a different level. I must share it with you, because because my now when I started in 2004, I was a novice. Like I just did a physical kind of work of doing illustrating the story. That was the first step. Then again, when I retelling these stories, when I started writing about it, I realized, my God, there is so much. The first time I wrote was just a physical interpretation from Maithili to English. But after that, when I interpreted it, and it took me to a different level altogether, that I'll all whenever I am going through this whole writing myself, every time I find that, okay, this is also important, this is more important, like this I'll narrate that with the Mansa Devi's painting, I've written Purainak Patta Jhilmil Latta Tai Chadi Baisli Bisahari Mata Hath Supari Khoicha Pan Bisahari Karti Shubh Kalyan. I when I while after the black and white version, I'm just correcting it. So you can see that there's very beautiful painting, and I've written it because all these along with I realized along with these stories, the geet which is there and the fakra which hai, and the bindi also padhi chhe. So all that is very, very important, and every day it reminds all the people who are listening to the stories, apart from the bride also, that I'm sure it will make sense, and I'm sure that after people see this book, Madhushalini will be seen very differently,
in a different light.
Very different.
Yes, we will be more enlightened, and the future generation, which is more, I think, more into questions, they have a very rational mind. They have a questioning mind. I'm sure they'll find their reasons, and they'll be enchanted, and in fact, attracted more towards our own culture, practicing it meaningfully and beautifully. I think that's the greatest gift you have given to your future generation, Manisha. Along with that, I think before I take questions which are being forwarded to you, there is something which I would like to ask as kind of a commoner. My question to you is that if this is very the entire project, I mean, you had your own profound spiritual journey. I mean, along with the fact that you were tracking a culture which was meant for kind of forwarding it to others. This spiritual journey is restricted to only some. I mean, going by the caste analysis of this ritual. I mean, where do you see the gap? I mean, where do you see the gap that the entire Mithila, the Mithila is not only Brahmin and Kayast, Karn Kayast. I mean, there are other. So this rich, I would say, heritage. I mean, how do we pass it on to others from the same community? I mean, other castes and those who are not practitioners.
I think, Savita ji, even in Dalit, I have been part of Mithila painting. I see it as a holistic tradition, and I've been very fortunate to be. I work with Urmila Devi Pasman. I think she's my guru for the Godina painting, because I have documented Godina painting in a very big way, and I see that they have Rahu Puja, they have stories of Raja Sailesh, and that also talks about nature, because it talks about the body Godina. It talks about how Raja Sailesh is a big savior in everything which happens. So it's just matter of documentation. We lack that documentation. I'm sure, I will definitely document the painting part of it and what I understand of it, but there is so much more. So till now, I think there is very less documentation on other traditions also, because I see that the Buddha tradition is very deep and it has lots of meaning attached to it. It is not just a painting; it is much more than a painting, and the beliefs which are there in Buddha painting also. They have a lot of meaning. I'm just discussing one ritual, which is Madhushalini. We have so many more rituals.
Yes. So, I mean, I think you are, or Mithila art in that sense is I would say, a flag bearer of multiple traditions. I mean, it's not just one singular tradition which you are carrying. Rather, there is a scope, and I think ambit of it can be, in its multitude. It can be, carried.
Yeah, if I start talking about the Aripans, like the flow diagram, if I start talking about that, it is innumerable amounts, and how much you know how many types we have. Madhushravani Arpan, we have Mahua Arpan, we have Devathanikach Arpan, so many Ashtadal, so many Arpans. Now we need to study all of them in depth, and I'm sure it will lead to some more different aspect of Mithila painting coming out. And
No, I'm very sure. Since you have started the trend, you have done it first. You have started. You're a trendsetter, Manisha. So in that sense, I think it's wonderful that you started. I think more and more people will come forward. They'll document their traditions, multiple traditions, and then your wholesome picture would kind of would
in
arrive.
fact, I would suggest to all the people, the students, and all the people who are documenting an art form, they have to see this art form in a holistic way. I always say that, and I've been saying that, and since nobody else did it, then I started it myself.
That's okay. That's fabulous.
Yeah, so I feel that you have to see there are many factors for a community art to develop, and there are very deep factors. They are deep rooted, so you have to go in sync with that culture to understand that art form, and then only you can talk about that art form. And for the new generation which is from that culture, I feel that you have to be aware of your culture, so that will give clues to do much better art, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, we all agree. I mean, I'm actually enchanted by the huge, tremendous amount of work which has gone in your spiritual journey while drawing this book. One last thing, since you have done the katha part very, very painstakingly, I would say, I mean, there are many parts in that katha which is I would say not very, very normative. Not by normative, I believe that the stories which we like Gauri as Chorni or Gauri as kind of every kind of Chinair. So these appellations are somehow very intriguing. I mean, even as insider, I mean, I would never see that my goddess, because we have seen Gauri and Shiv, but I think it's more than the goddess. She comes as a human form in these stories.
Yes. Yeah, that's very important. Through these stories, these stories has been narrated in such a way that it has been related to the gods and goddesses. That gods and goddesses also have the same problems as human beings. So instead of taking it as misery, it has been taken as fun. It has been taken as a part of life. So that is very important to these stories, that even gods and goddesses have same problem, and maybe gods and goddesses have come on earth to show us that everybody has same problem, and it goes through that nobody's life is so rosy, and everybody just by following a dharma, just following on a path, you just pass it all passes by basically. And other part is also that it also, like, if you talk about different aspects of Gauri, as you said, so it is also enjoyment in life, enjoying
this is what I was coming to, because I think there are many fun things through Bini Katha and Fakras. Fakras are I mean I think explicit to the extent where I cannot narrate this on this platform. So there is a lot of, I think, fun, and there is a lot of teachings which goes into through these explicit stories and Fakras to the new generation, to the new bride, I would say. So that is, kind of teaching her many, I think, many things, many parts, I mean, many aspects of life through these fakras. So that's a great part of the Katha tradition.
And it's very important to be in sync with your relationships, and not all the relationships are very serious kind. There's so much of fun also.
Fun, yes, fun.
That fun part.
I want this fun part, is makes them make the younger generation.
And if you remember, how Madhushravani Puja happens, there's so much of fun happening all around.
And revelry, yes,
so
absolutely.
So much festivity and
festivity.
And life is that, nature, festival.
And all women domain. There is no men's incursion into our domain.
That's very important part of Mithila painting. That and as an architect also, I see that even the houses in Mithila are divided in that way, that there is a usar, there is outside dalan, where that's a men's area, and the angna is all women's area, and the architecture goes like that. And in the angna, men has no say. It's only women who do whatever they feel like.
the norms.
you know? Yeah, so that's her area. So that's why even the architecture goes like that, nature goes like that. So you can see that that power of being women and the power of all these stories, 14 stories. I feel I see that women are so powerful that they have been saving men from all the plights of life. So that's spectacular. That's the Shakti worship in Mithila, which is which you can see in the whole area.
Thank you so much, Manisha. I think this is tremendous. This is profound. This is wonderful, beautiful. In fact, the art is simply splendid. It's a gift. It's actually a gift to the community you have given on this auspicious day of Madhushravani. Now, can I take some questions which have come your way and my way too? I believe this is. We have a rich culture. Yes, Jaya is asking you how to get this book, ma'am. So
she can, she can get it next month from
next
me.
month. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you should be contacted for the book.
Yeah. You can contact me for the book. We will
okay.
select it directly, and then we will be putting it in Amazon, which will take some time. But then definitely through Madhubani Art Center, you can buy
Madhubani
the book.
Art Center, they can buy the book, right? So Madhubani Art Center needs to be contacted for this. Now this is wonderful, excited to see and read the book. Nima Jha. नमस्ते मनीषा जी, दिस इज स्वाति बालीवड़ा। आपकी चित्रकला में भारतीय संस्कृति, सभ्यता और घर की कथा का स्थापन वर्तमान युवा पीढ़ी के लिए एक और प्रेरणा है। वंडरफुल। आई थिंक दिस इज योर मोटिव, यू नो, ऑब्जेक्टिव। नेहा प्रकाश ठाकुर says beautiful illustrations. Abhishek Lal is saying that two Mathils on a platform of Mithila literature and talking in English. Disgusting. How you people will spread Mathili language? All right. So this is for me to answer.
Yeah.
Abhishek Lal, you will also join the chorus. Let me begin and clarify. Abhishek Lal ji, this is not a Mithila literature festival. I think you need to read the Madhubani first of all, right? And on a very, I think, clearly stated lingual inclination of this festival, we have always maintained that this is a multilingual platform. Mithila, since the kind of our we belong to that region, and the purpose is to spread
it. It is spreaded globally.
Yes, culture globally.
We can have a monthly version of discussion also, maybe.
Yes, we can have again. No problem for that.
हम फिर से explain further, but then E-wala part was for global audience also, because at the time I talked in Maithili. And there are so many people जिनका सबके सुना करे छन, तो सब हमरा रिक्वेस्ट करने रहन कि हाँ अंग्रेजी में बात ताकि हम सब एक बारे में जान सकी। तो हम ऐसे एक बार मैथिलियों में बैठे हैं, मेरे को वहाँ जाने चाहिए, so you should not feel bad about it.
So this is I think there is nothing about it disgusting. Abhishek Lalji, this is spread your culture to other linguistic communities, so that you have present a better view, and others should also know about it. We can always do a show in Mathili. This is about spreading the Mathili culture. स्वाति बालीवड़ा again says the अंतरजाल मंच के निर्देशक एवं तकनीकी समूह को मेरे हार्दिक धन्यवाद. Anyway, this is Rajni Mishra is excellent illustration with beautiful painting. Congratulations to Manisha Jha for her hard work.
Thank you.
Then Sharda Jha is excellent conversations, beautiful paintings. Shreya Pathak with epic explanation. Swati Balivara, it seems, is actually enchanted by your work. मेरी विपत्ति है कि इस चित्रकला में द्रव्य रस और सभ्यता का मेल करके एक नवीन रास्ता लाएं. I hope you need to work with Swati Balivada. Sundaram Kumari is there. Beautiful depiction of the stories. Would be very much interested to have this wonderful book. And there is Anita Jha. Yes, Sundaram Kumari, you can actually get in touch with Manisha later and Madhubani Art Center. And from there, you can get the book, whosoever is interested. Me too. I'm also in the queue. Believe me. So Mithila painting is Kiran Jha. Mithila painting is full of life and exhibits rich legacy. Your paintings are beautiful. That's for you to answer. Swati Balivara has again, a long chitra banane ka. So Swati is saying that this is not less than a yagya. fine.
Yeah.
Ripunjay, very substantive. I think she put it succinctly that this is
Yes.
actually a gift.
Yeah.
So, Vandana, awesome story. Ila Foundation's great story. Nishank Thakurji, wonderful. Keral Chat, that beautifully explanation.
Thank
Very
you.
informative. Uh, Akansha Kumari is there who is saying, ma'am, first of all, I'm glad to hear this discourse. May I please ask your opinion regarding the interpretation of domestic spaces? Akanksha, একটা scholar છે DU में, very serious scholar, very favorite child of mine.
Mhm.
She is asking this.
Mhm.
That is for you to answer. First of all, I'm
What is
glad.
in that
Yeah,
domestic
may I
space?
please ask your opinion regarding the interpretation of domestic spaces from
Mhm.
feminist point of view? Is it only to be celebrated, or we can see it otherwise also? মানে
Uh,
પૂછતા જે
you can explain it, yeah.
पूछ रहल छै जे डोमेस्टिक स्पेसेस जे छै से अहाँ ओहिमे फेमिनिस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सेहो देख सकै छियै या फिर रिचुअल छै जकरा अहाँ जस्ट सेलिब्रेशन के लेल छै या ओहिमे
I
स्पेस
see
डोमेस्टिक स्पेस अहाँ सेहो देख रहल छियै
I see everything in this. Actually, it is very very feminine. I said that the Shakti, the power of Shakti, is seen in all the stories where women are in a very enhanced and fierce form, and everywhere they are the saviors as compared to men. So and plus at the same time, it has very soft corner of ritual also, where the whole family or a whole village sits together and celebrates it. So there are different angles, and each angle is as beautiful as other. So I feel that you can see it in so many ways. I'm sure that all of you, when who are doing research, will interpret it in many other ways that maybe I've not even seen it. So,
So, Akansha, I think Manisha put it very, I think, aptly that it's up to you. I mean, every ritual has a story. Every ritual has a perspective and agenda. Now, for the those looking for what are you looking for? It depends on you. There are a lot of agency which is given to women through stories, through the merely the celebration of this entire, the have a look of the structural composition of this celebration. The structure is heavily kind of giving a lot of profound agency to women. So I
yes,
mean,
it
how
is.
and where do you locate that domestic space is up to you. How do you
And you can
interpret?
see, and you just have to see that it is narrated more to the bride, because it is the woman who takes care of the whole house, and then the family, and everybody in the family is linked to the one woman who's in the house. So
True,
you have to
true.
see that she is most important, and we worship
Mhm.
Shakti. So Shakti, the Bhagavati is most important. So
Mhm.
every that's why these stories, they go always back from story to last story. It always ends on women and the power of women in all these
Mhm.
stories you will see.
Mhm. There is somebody called Jagriti. अच्छा, सुभाष चंद्रा is saying आप दोनों चित्रकारी और मिथिला की परंपरा पर बेहतर प्रकाश डाल रहे हैं. Thank you, सुभाष. Jagriti Ashra is there. Manisha ji, I am from Gujarat, but I love doing Madhubani painting. I'm happy with the information you shared. Now, thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Okay. So I think that's all the comments, major comments which I thought we must answer, and especially you, because they rarely find you online to answer all their queries, and you have a big fan mail, I would say. So
Thank you.
with this, you have given us a big gift, a huge gift, beautiful gift
Thank
today.
you.
Dr.
That's
Prasanna, yeah.
that's gift of Bisari. It's the, I mean, she made me the madhyam. We say that that she
True,
made
true.
me madhyam to do that. I have not done anything. I've just kept working on, and I think I was supposed to do this. That's why I did it. So that I feel like that only, because you cannot
बहुत
say
बहुत
that I have
हाँ,
done
नहीं नहीं
it.
नहीं जब तक विषहरी के कृपा हम पर नहीं होता शायद स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी यहाँ की नहीं होता. So
Yeah.
anyway, I mean, whichever way, I mean, we got the gift, right, of this
Thank you.
Madhushravani on this Madhushravani day, which is used, which is a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
also, yes, and also the fact that we'll be looking forward to more and more such insightful work from you in future. And
Sure.
we'll be keeping, a close eye on it. Thank you so much, Manisha, for
Thank
being
you
with
so
us.
much.
We'll meet again.
Thank you. Take
Thank you
care.
so much, Pranam. Ji, you too. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Bye.